My beloved child, today I come to you with a heart full of love, ready to share with you profound truths that have the power to transform your soul and bring peace to your life. There are moments, I know, when you feel overwhelmed, when life feels like it's slipping out of your control. In these moments of doubt, confusion, and pain, you might ask, why is this happening to me? But today, I want to embrace you with a gentle reminder. Everything that happens in our lives is according to God's will. Nothing is by chance. Nothing is without purpose. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Oh, my dear one, I understand how difficult it can be to accept this truth. There are times when life feels harsh, when the pain feels unbearable, when it seems as though every door is closing. In those moments, you may feel as though you've been abandoned, left to carry your burdens alone. But trust me when I say, God's will is infinite in wisdom, far beyond our comprehension. He sees the entire path that lies ahead, while we often only see the step in front of us. His plan is not to bring harm, but to bring you closer to the beauty of your destiny. When disappointment, pain, or failure finds you, remember, it is not the end of the story. You are being shaped, refined, and prepared for something far greater than what you can see. Even Jesus, the Son of God, endured the greatest suffering. He embraced his cross because he knew every moment was part of the Father's divine plan, a plan that would lead to salvation, not just for him, but for all of humanity. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. This verse reveals a powerful truth. God works through all things, both the good and the painful, to grow our spirit and lead us toward a higher purpose. Sometimes challenges arise not to break us, but to build our strength. They are there to reveal the depth of our faith and the hidden potential in our souls. It is in the midst of adversity that we often discover our deepest strength and come to know God in ways we never imagined. When you feel as though life is too much to bear, when you lose confidence in yourself, turn to God. That is when faith becomes your greatest ally. Trust that even in your darkest hour, God is working in your favor. Jesus taught us that self-love is intertwined with God's love. Love your neighbor as yourself, Mark 12, is more than a commandment to love others. It's a call to love ourselves, to see ourselves through God's eyes. When we embrace self-love, we honor the life God has given us. We accept our flaws, forgive our mistakes, and focus on the beauty of who we are as He created us. This is an act of faith, an act of love, and a reflection of God's will. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This powerful verse reminds us that God is our constant guide and provider. In moments when you feel broken, when your heart aches and your spirit feels crushed, know that God is drawing you closer. He is not distant. He is right there, ready to offer His love and peace to you. Inner healing begins when we bring our wounds, our fears, and our pains to God, allowing Him to mend our hearts. The healing He offers is not just temporary relief, but a deep, lasting peace. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. John 14, verse 27. This is the same peace that Jesus promised His followers, a peace that transcends all understanding, a peace that fills the void within. As we journey through life, Jesus calls us to raise our frequency, to live in faith, love, and compassion. When we do, our energy aligns with God's divine energy. Living at a higher frequency means we draw closer to God and to the blessings He has in store for us, true relationships, inner joy, and spiritual fulfillment. When we focus on love, kindness, and forgiveness, we uplift our spirits, allowing us to feel God's presence more clearly. On the other hand, when negativity, fear, or anger consumes us, we distance ourselves from His light. But the beautiful truth is that at any moment, we can choose to rise. We can choose to step into the light, to let go of what brings us down, and to embrace the love and grace God freely offers us. God created us for connection, for deep, meaningful relationships with one another. Jesus said, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Matthew 18, verse 20. The relationships we build are sacred, for they are where we experience God's love in action. Whether it's with family, friends, or strangers, these connections are part of God's grand design woven into the fabric of His will. Nurture those relationships with love, truth, and respect. Show kindness to all, for in doing so, you reflect God's love into the world. As we look to the future, trust in God's plan. The path may not always be clear, and the road may have its twists and turns, but God's timing is always perfect. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Isaiah 40, verse 31. Your hope is in the Lord, and in that hope, there is strength, there is renewal, there is victory. Whatever happens in your life, God is with you, guiding every step. Trust in His plan, even when you cannot see the full picture. His will is for your growth, your joy, and your ultimate fulfillment. My beloved child, every moment, every trial, and every joy is part of God's will for your life. Embrace your journey, trust in His love, and live in the light of His grace. Focus on your spiritual growth, nurture deep connections, and above all, love yourself as God loves you. Thank you for walking this path with me. If you found peace and hope in this message, please subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together. May God's blessings surround you, now and always.